Lesson 21, Invoice and Label Printing. In this chapter, we'll discuss about invoice printing, bulk invoice printing and label printing. Invoice printing here basically refers to printing an invoice as soon as it gets saved, or you can print individual voucher by going to modify mode in the transactions and then printing the invoice. Bulk invoice printing here refers to printing the vouchers in bulk. For this, print utilities menu is provided. We'll discuss it in the chapter. And then label printing, you can configure and print items and account labels. We will discuss how we can configure various labels and print them in Busy. First of all, we'll start with the invoice printing. For this, we'll open a transaction in modify mode. We'll go to transaction, sales, modify option, specify the voucher number that you want to print, and in the transaction click the print button. Now we are selecting the sales invoice option and we are printing it in the standard format. So you can see this is the invoice printing concept. That means you are printing an invoice as soon as it gets saved, or you are printing individual vouchers by going to transaction and modify mode and printing the invoice. Now we'll discuss bulk invoice printing. For this, we'll go to printing and print utilities menu. Then in this, you can see lots of options are provided like invoice documents, inventory vouchers, account voucher. So first of all, we'll use the invoice document option and we'll do printing for sales invoice. Here it's asking you want to print sales invoice date wise or voucher number wise. We have selected date wise option. Next, you can specify the account master range, item master range or material center master range, which means you want to print the particular account, group of account, all account or select accounts. Similarly, you want to print it for one group, all or selected items or material center. So you can specify the required criteria here. Then you can specify the voucher series for which you want to print the invoice. Then the starting date and the ending date, that is the date range between which you want to print the vouchers. You can specify that. Then the format for printing the invoice. And on clicking the preview button, you can see the preview of the first invoice. Similarly, all the invoices that were created in this date range will get printed. Next, we are printing sales invoice for voucher number wise, that is for a voucher number range. Here again, you can specify the account master, item master and material center master range. So here we are printing it for a particular account, Archie Enterprises. Then you can specify the voucher series, starting voucher number and ending voucher number. Like for example, we have specified starting voucher number as 1 and ending voucher number as 8. All the vouchers between voucher number 1 and voucher number 8 will get printed. That is from voucher number 1 to voucher number 8. All these 8 vouchers will get printed. Similarly, you can specify the format for printing and can print the voucher for a particular voucher range. Next, we are selecting the accounts voucher option and we are printing a payment voucher here. So we have selected the date wise option. We are printing it for all accounts. Again, here we'll specify the date range, that is the payment vouchers entered between these dates will get printed. Then you can specify the format, and then if you want, you can sort accounts also on the basis of debit account first, credit account first, or if you do not want any sorting, then you can select the none option. So this is the format for payment voucher. Next, we will discuss how we can create and configure the account label or the item label. For this, we'll go to administration, configuration, label printing configuration. Here you can see two options, account labels and item labels are appearing. We'll configure the label for account. Process for both account and item is totally same. So here we are discussing for accounts label. We'll click the add format button to create a new format. Then we'll click the configure button. In the configure button, you can press the Alt D key to load the default format. You can see on the screen the default format, that is a default format created by Busy, is appearing on screen. On clicking the fields available button, you can add fields as you want in this label. On the right hand side, you can see all the data fields, all the fields that are available in Busy are appearing. You can select the required fields that you want to print in the label. If you do not want to load the default format, then you can design it from the scratch. Also, you can use any field of your choice. So we'll click the save button to save this format. Now we'll again go to the print utilities account label option. Here we are printing the labels for a particular group of accounts. We have selected the group as sundry debtors and we are selecting the format as one that we have just created. On the screen now you can see the account label for two parties are appearing. As of now, there are only two parties under sundry debtors group. For one party, complete data is appearing. For another party, no data is appearing. This is because these details that we have used in the label are not entered in the account master. So this is the concept of printing account label or item label. This is all we have to discuss in this chapter, that is invoice printing, bulk invoice printing and label printing. At the end of the chapter, we have provided certain exercise. You can view the exercise on screen and attempt it. Hope after going through this chapter you would be able to easily create and configure account label, item label and use the bulk invoice printing option. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.